Your colon.
Yeah. It's like there's a ring of fire around my colon.
There's a ring of fire.
And so whenever I'm trying to poop and the poop approaches the ring of fire, which is, again, internal, not external.
This is freaking funny.
I can't. Like, it hurts too bad, and so... return to sender.
So, how'd the final go yesterday?
Good. I had one on Tuesday and one yesterday. And I had to turn in a paper today. Which is the dumbest thing in the world.
Why? What?
I drove up 45 minutes just to hand a woman a piece of paper and leave.
They don't do online submissions? That's dumb. That's
so dumb.
They should make allowances for people who aren't staying there.
Oh, I know, and she was like, you can't, if you have a friend who's going to be on campus, you can't have them turn it in, it needs to be you.
Wow. That is so inconsiderate.
But I'm like, wouldn't it be easier to check for plagiarism if it was online?
Yeah, probably.
Like, she has this whole, like, in the assignment, it's like, if you do this, that is plagiarism, you'll get a 0, you might have to retake the course, like, do not do this, do not do this. But then she has this printed out and turn it in, and it's like...
She'd have to, like, Google lines and everything rather than just copy and paste and find out. I don't know, that's really rude, though. That's really, really stupid.
I know. But then I felt even more stupid because I got all the way up there and I was like, oh, I didn't bring my rental books. But I looked at the email and they didn't even say to drop them off. They say you can print out a shipping label and ship them back for free. So
nice.
I'm going to do that.
Heck yeah, man.
But I had my art history final on Tuesday.
How'd you think you did?
Good. It was easy.
Yeah.
And then my media literacy final was yesterday. I got a 100.
Cool.
Got me.
So if you're all into art history and everything, does that mean you'd be willing to travel with me and go to museums?
What's going on with mine? What is that? I love art museums. Why is there pink on my toe?
I really don't know. I could not tell you.
It's like I'm bleeding, but it's just fuchsia.
Yeah, we need to do some traveling. I think that needs to happen. Oh my god, we could go on a trip somewhere and then have destination podcast recordings.
Oh, that's fun.
So as soon as you are free, because Kendra decided to go and get a big girl job, which is just rude.
What is she doing?
Well, she is in the academy right now.
Oh.
But then she'll be doing in my face. She'll be doing a big girl job as soon as she graduates from all of that, and then she probably won't have time off for like a while, which is incredibly inconvenient and rude toward me. So thanks a lot, Kendra. So it's your turn. It's your turn to do some traveling with me.
Okay.
We're gonna go to lots of museums.
I love a museum. And I love an aquarium.
Good aquarium's nice too, yeah. Yeah. You're thumping me. Why you do that? How you're so cute. Oh my god. Yeah, so we need to... I want to go to Boston.
I love Boston.
You like it?
The aquarium in Boston.
Yeah?
Have you been there?
No.
It's like... It's famous. Like, whenever, like, a lot of times in movies, when they go to an aquarium, it's usually the Boston Aquarium.
That's sick, bro. Yeah, we're gonna go, because that is another spot on my American Revolutionary tour that I want to...
Have you never been to Boston?
I have been there for, like, 2 seconds, because my cousin was at the head of the Charles. He was rowing. He was in crew.
Mm-hmm.
And so we went to that, and it was just that. We didn't actually do anything in Boston, so I say no. I've never been there. So that needs to happen.
TD Garden is there.
Yeah.
You'd see a hockey game.
Don't play.
Aquarium.
Dude, speaking of hockey, last night...
What else is there, though?
I'm a disaster. I was so pathetic last night. So the Pens were playing Montreal. or the Canadiens last night in Montreal, and I was watching the game. Started off a little rough. It was okay, but it was fine because the Penguins have the horrific habit of losing every game they score first. So they didn't score first. So I was like, okay, that's fine. We have time. And we managed it. The problem with it was I'm not mentally stable enough for this kind of a game. 12 rounds of shootouts. 12! I was sweating. I was shaking. I was sweating more than the freaking players. My anxiety and my adrenaline was up through the roof. I was shaking. No, you're not allowed to leave me. No, stay. There you go. Stay. So cute. Oh my god. So yeah, I mean, I was full blown shaking. I was trying to crochet. I couldn't hold the damn hook because my hands were sweating so much.
Oh yeah, how was your little crochet project going?
It's not. It's not. So instead of making the little egg and dinosaur that I was supposed to do, I literally just crocheted a square.
A granny square?
Not even a granny, just a square. Just one color yarn and just a square, just to practice the crochet. Yeah, just the single stitch, single crochet kind of thing. But I've decided I'm going to go all out with it. Not anything specific, just blankets. Oh. And then I saw another video of somebody making pom-pom blankets with a, there's like the frame that you use, and then you loop all the yarn around the frame. Oh. And then you have to tie it off in certain ways and then cut it in certain ways to make like the pom-pom things, and it's like a whole thing. And I'm really excited, and I want to do it. But it honestly, I've literally just been unraveling and crocheting this square just because it is so stinking fun and monotonous and mind-numbing, and I love it. So that's gonna happen. But yeah, last night's game was ridiculous. Pens won. It was great. It was
nice.
It was a whole thing, and it was.
So it's true then they don't win they win if they don't score the first shot.
Usually, but the game the night before against the Coyotes, they did score first, and they did end up winning. It was the first game that happened that I've seen in a hot minute.
That's so weird.
It is very weird. Their losing streak has finally been broken. Their power play goal drought is finally broken. So knock on wood, because these last 2 nights been a wild ride for me, and obviously for them. But, it's all about me. So.
I'm the same way though. Like my sister plays volleyball, and she had a game last week in Tully, and it's like best out of 5 or whatever. Yeah. Well, they were like on the 5th game, like they had each won. They each were taking turns winning, and every single game was so close, and you have to win by 2. Yep. And they just kept going up and switching and going up in points, and I was just like, yeah, my blood pressure. Yeah, I can't do this.
That's how it was when I was playing tennis. Wait, what is it? Was it what?
I'm talking about volleyball.
Okay, volleyball. When I was in tennis, you have to win by 2, technically, as well. But when I was on the boys' team, the girls play first 8, win by 2. The boys play 3 rounds of, I think it's 6. My God, it's been so long.
Wait, what? Is it not like...
Is it first to 6 or first to 8?
6 games won or 6 points?
6 games.
Jeez.
So you play 3 rounds to 6, win by 2. And the girls just played 8 games, win by 2. And then in the individual games, you technically have to win by 2 as well. And I just remember being on the boy. I was playing against this one guy. We were so evenly matched per game, but he just kept winning the games. Every single game went on for so long because we kept just getting to deuce. And we just sat at deuce every single game, but he kept winning them. I wasn't able to close any of the games. I was so irritated. It was very frustrating.
That's super annoying.
Yeah. I guess I'm not a closer, man. I'm not a closer.
This one time I was playing tennis and we sat at deuce for so long, they were like, tie? Because we had to go home.
It's hilarious. No, I remember this one poor kid. Oh, hello. Welcome back to my aunt's attic, by the way.
Whoa.
Yeah. So I remember I was playing this one kid, and again, I was on the boys' team, and the courts at my hometown are trash. just trash. And really, really small, and then the fence around it was entirely too close. And then, of course, on the fence, there's that backboard, so if the ball hits it, it bounces back. Well, we're playing. I hit a shot really deep. He goes running back for it. And it's going over his head kind of, so he has his racket out in front of him as he's running back. He's looking like over his shoulder, looking at the ball. And because the fence is so close, he ends up running into the wall.
Like impaling himself
No,
with this racket.
no, racket does hit first, but it bounces up and it comes and hits him in the edge of the racket, hits him in the bridge of the nose.
Oh no.
And he had a big old cut and everything. Oh my god, I felt so bad, but I'm like, it was a deep shot. I mean, I had to play how I had to play, but like,
yeah.
And it was so funny because like the year or two later, I was at Young Life Camp in the middle of the Virginia mountains, and I'm getting on, it was like that swing that pulls you back and then you have to hit the rope and it breaks and you swing down. You know what I'm talking about? It's like a 3-person swing and the machine kind of like pulls you up and then you have to hit there's like a little rope or something that you karate chop and it falls off and then no? You have no idea what I'm talking about? Okay,
No.
Well, it's a thing.
What's 3-person about it? 3 people sit in it at a
3
time?
people sit in it. You're harnessed in and everything. It goes up real high. And then it lets you go but I was literally on my way up. They were pulling us up on this swing and in the line down below, he points at me. He's like, I know you! And I'm like, I know you! How's your nose, man?
Oh my god.
It was so funny.
Yo, that's awesome.
And it was a couple years later, but he's like, oh yeah, I'm good.
Imagine it was still broken.
It was funny though. But
Or he was
Yeah.
Voldemort.
yeah, that too. Child version of Voldemort. I miss tennis. I haven't played in
I've been looking for
years.
someone to play tennis with me.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
I'll
I
play.
love tennis.
I ain't playing now. That's for dang sure.
No, it's winter.
It's cold. But yeah,
But
I'll
in the
play.
summer-
I suck, but I'll play.
I suck too, probably. I haven't played since I was in like 7th grade.
Amazing. We're so perfect for each other.
But in the
How
summer, the
serendipitous.
school across the street, like they have tennis courts and like playground that's all open like to the public in the summer.
Oh shit!
And it's right
I
across
knew
the
having friends would pay off eventually.
This is what you were waiting for?
Yeah, that's it. Just a tennis partner. No, my cousin and his wife, they play tennis sometimes, but it's one of those things that we always say we're going to play tennis, and then we never do.
Yeah.
So I'm going to hold you to that, though, because of the sheer convenience of the location of what we're doing now. So that worked out.
Do you have a racket?
I do.
I also have a racket.
Congratulations. No, it's a racket that I bought in high school, and I love it. It's my baby. I do. I haven't used it in forever, but I love it. So
Do you ever like think back to when you're younger? Like I took these, I went to like this summer camp-ish thing. Like it was a few times a week. You would just like go all day, and in the morning there was tennis lessons, and I remember thinking that my tennis instructor was so old. She was 17. She was a senior in high school,
Oh my
and I
God.
thought she was like grown. Same with my golf instructors. They were like seniors in high school. They were like in their early 20s, and I remember thinking they were like so old.
That's so freaking funny. The perspective of how things change and everything.
It's so weird.
That's so funny. No, I never did anything like that. I was deprived as a child.
Oh, that explains. I'm just kidding.
Rude! But no, actually, I did a whole lot of things, but I never stuck with it. I was just
Me
thinking about
neither.
I was just thinking about this the other night. It's not so much that I have commitment issues, it's just that I have very vast but shallow interests.
Yeah.
I'm interested and I want to learn everything. I want to be a jack of all trades, master of none. Truly. I did dance at one point when I was really little. I tried gymnastics. I played softball. I played tennis. I would have probably tried a hockey or lacrosse if my school had it, but our school was stupid and didn't have anything. I was in show choir. I did Destination Imagination, which was a whole creativity competition. I did like a ton of things. I did stick with from elementary through into high school. And I would, to this day, still do show choir. So it's just a matter of finding those things that I'm really, really interested and passionate about enough to stick with.
Mhm.
But as far as quit licking my knee.
When you stopped talking, she stopped licking your pants.
Just straight up licking my pants.
She was like,
am I caught?
I'm caught, yep.
But yeah, no, I'm like, I want to learn all the things. I wanted to learn archery at one point. I was really into art for a little while, even though, again, I sucked at it. I just like everything.
Yeah.
But to actually pursue, like, I don't want to, my mom was always like, you need to find a way to make money out of this. I'm like, no. Because I don't want the things that I love to become work. Yeah. I just want to enjoy them.
Yeah.
And I want to enjoy them while I enjoy them. I don't want to be forced to continue to do something because I've made it into a job and then it becomes tedious. And that's why I think I was also, you know what? Nope, that's not true. In high school, I had like 5 different jobs. I didn't stick with anything I had one job for over 2 years, and I did like that. That was at the bookstore. But everything else, I don't even think I hit a year because I hated them all. I was just trying to get by. But like, as soon as you find something that you love, I've been in massage therapy for 7 years, maybe 6, 7 years or something like that. And time has flown by. And I love it. I'm very passionate about it because I think the human body is so freaking fascinating. So it's just a matter of finding that thing. But yeah, I don't have commitment issues, I swear.
You should become a dog massage therapist.
I've thought about it. People in Manlius would pay out the ass for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People in Manlius would pay for anything, though. I was the same way, though. I tried a bunch of stuff, but I was also very easily socially embarrassed.
True!
So it was really easy for me to want to quit stuff because, like, for example, I played softball until this one time I hit the ball, and you're supposed to drop the bat when you start running, but I just held it. And I was so embarrassed I quit. Or, like, I played lacrosse, and one time the coach, I don't think he yelled at me. I think he was just, like, giving me, like, loud direction. Like, go over there or something. And I, like, took it personal, and I quit.
Yeah.
Like, I started crying, and I quit. Like, it was so easy for me to be embarrassed when I was a kid.
I know. I got really pissed off. I have a thing against authority, apparently, because I think I've talked about it before. I don't care who you are, how old you are, what position you're in. You do not automatically get respect just because of you think your status or your position in life. No. You have to be a decent, respectable human being to get my respect. And I will never forget one of my softball coaches pulled me out. We were in the middle of a game, and I had been running toward home base. The catcher was in the way. I was not getting around this catcher. So I had to she tagged me out. And after I was headed towards the dugout, he grabbed my shirt, pulled me back out onto the field, and started yelling at the entire team, using, like, me as an example, saying, the next girl that doesn't slide, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, he's holding onto my jersey, or onto my shirt. And I'm like, there was nowhere for me to slide. I'd be sliding in the middle of the field. I wasn't anywhere near the base. It wasn't happening. And then also, he never really taught us how to slide. This was, like, in middle school. Mm-hmm. I'm here for a good time. I ain't about those bloody knees. I'm sorry.
It's not that deep.
This is not a league of their own. No, thank you. But I was so pissed off. I was like, you're not going to drag me out there and try to embarrass me into doing something that I don't want to do. I don't want to do it. And again, I wasn't very good. I sucked at softball. I just enjoyed it. But I couldn't slide. I couldn't do it. And then, so after that game, I was really pissed off with my coach for trying to embarrass me like that. And then he had a full, after one of our practices, we had like a full session where we were just going around the bases and sliding and sliding and sliding. And I did that around the bases one time and tried feet first a couple times. It didn't go anywhere. I just kind of plopped. Because
I can't even conceptualize how that works right now. Like, I'm trying to think of how I would do it, and I have no idea how you do it.
Well, I know technically how to do it, but the problem is it's a mind over matter kind of thing, and my mind was not getting over the matter of, I'm probably going to scrape myself to hell and back. And so I just kind of, like, put my feet out in front of me and plop down. It wasn't working. So I was like, okay, I'll try stomach slide or something. Right. Same thing. I just flopped myself on the ground, knocked the wind out of myself, and then after that, I was like, I'm going home. I'm done. And I walked off the field and I left. Because my dad was there to pick me up anyway, and I didn't want to make him wait, even though he asked me. He was just like, are you still supposed to be down there? I'm like, nope, let's go.
Do you ever see videos of, like, kids learning how to dive? Like, they're, like, in the water? with swimming.
Oh my
That
god,
reminds me of that
yes.
same thing, because they're pointed, and then they just jump, like, there's no rotation.
They jump like an
They just-
N. They jump like an N right down it.
Yeah, that's what that reminds me of, the mind over matter. Because I remember learning how to dive, and I, like, thought I was doing it. But,
Yeah.
like, it's so hard to train yourself to, like, go in head first.
Yeah. Can you do it now?
Dive? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
The last time I dove, I, like, overdove, and I did, like, a front flip.
Do a barrel roll.
Do a barrel roll. That's
Oh
so
my
funny.
god. But yeah, I have said, did I ever tell you about, probably, again, I did talk about it.
What was it?
Just when my assistant manager went all brouhaha on me or something. When we were teasing each other, we would always, like, jokingly flip each other off. And
Yes,
then
I remember this.
he yelled at me in front of the manager, in front of a customer, in front of another employee. He's trying to yell at me and try to be a big man or whatever. I don't even know what his goal was. But then literally the next day, he started joking off and flipping me off. And I was like, no, dude, you're done. You lost all my respect. Period. Yeah. And then again, I was just thinking about last night or something about my freaking Spanish teacher. Oh my god, I hate that man so much.
Why?
About how when we came back from the field trip and he did the bonus question just to spite me for not having my stuff, even though teachers told me we were not having that class, he did it truly just to screw me over. Without a shadow of a doubt. There's no getting around the fact that he did that to me on purpose. Oh my god. People like that just do not deserve to exist. I will say it.
Yeah, I don't understand why some, like, teachers and professors don't want people to succeed. Isn't that your job?
He somehow got tenured. He never taught a thing. Because he's a Spanish teacher. The best way to learn a language is to immerse a person into the language, which means
We would know.
speaking in Spanish. We just got a letter. We just got a letter. We just got a letter. Wonder who it's from. What's up?
Sorry, my neighbor usually lets my dogs out, but I'm home this week, so.
Ah. No, I just saw that video of the different reactions to when somebody, the generational reactions to when somebody rings the doorbell.
No way, I haven't seen this.
Oh, you haven't seen it? Oh, it's
I've
an
seen,
old
like-
video.
No, what is it?
No, this guy is just like, okay, so boomers, when the doorbell, wonder who that is. I'll go check. And they get up the way through the door. What else? It was Gen X, I think. No. Well, you just got to see the video because me telling about it, I'm butchering
What
it.
was mine accurate to?
The millennials
I'm not a
was
freaking millennial, but.
no. The millennials was doorbell rings and you just kind of slide down and you hide and you just, everyone just ducks down and nobody's home. Gen X is who's at the door? Check the doorbell or check the ring camera.
Oh, the
check
ring.
the camera. Gen X, I think it was, or no, Gen Z. That was Gen Z. God dang! Just watch the video. Oh my god, I'm butchering it. I'm so bad at describing things. No, it was Gen Z who was like, check the camera. It was Gen X who just straight up ignored it. Just sat on the couch and ignored it. Like, okay.
That was so scary.
Oh my god.
I thought it was gonna be the mailman, but it was a woman.
So scary. Even
That's
more
my neighbor.
terrifying. Now I'm
Although I
really
never met her.
paranoid.
What's
Sorry about it would be last week's episode, folks.
Oh yeah, should we check?
Did you post it? Were you able to edit?
No,
any
I
of the-
posted it. It sounds kind of weird.
Yeah, sorry about that, folks. First off, sorry for posting it a little bit late. My bad. I'm an idiot and I forgot to send.
But I also was procrastinating and didn't even notice that I didn't have the other audio. I didn't
love
even
it.
know.
Yeah, so we both flubbed that, so it got posted a little bit late. Sorry about that, but it is up now, I think.
Yeah, I put it up last night.
Okay. And then it also sounds like absolute trash.
No, I sound great. You sound...
I sound like trash.
Did you see the description I put? I said, sorry about the audio this week. Danielle recorded from a spaceship.
No, I haven't looked into it yet. But
the echo is less, but it sounds like you're in a different, like, room.
yeah. Sorry about that, folks. Now I'm super paranoid. I keep checking the echo and making sure it's down all the way.
I know, should we, like, pause and listen back?
No.
Okay.
We suck. It's gonna suck if it's...
It's gonna suck, but it's gonna suck.
Yeah. We ain't professionals.
Oh,
my
but back
God.
to you were saying about, like, wanting to like try stuff and hobbies and stuff and your little crocheting. I want to get into like miniatures. Like when people make the miniature like houses and rooms and stuff.
I used to do that, dude.
I love it.
Do it. It is so much fun.
Because Hobby Lobby has like really good like stuff. They have kits. They have like extra stuff.
Oh, see, I went
outdoor stuff.
Elementary school. We did shoe boxes.
Make it yourself.
And make the paper couches and the stairs. Oh my god, everybody came to me for the stairs. My stairs were so even. I made mansions, man. I'm not joking. I would take multiple.
My stairs were even.
Yeah. I would take multiple shoe boxes. I would cut them all out so you could have like stairways into the next floor. I made mansions.
I love a dollhouse. I love a homemade dollhouse.
Yeah. That was what we always did during our like technically our reading hour or something, or our quiet time. We would build houses until my teacher was a bitch and she shut that down.
What?
Yeah. I made cars too. I made like these little paper cars and stuff. They had steering wheels.
I love making stuff.
I love it.
I loved indoor recess. When I was a kid, I loved indoor recess. I hated going outside. I don't know why. I hated going outside. I love being indoors.
I was asked to partake in, it was this Friday club thing. On Fridays, we would get a second recess towards the end of the day. Mm-hmm. But during that kind of second recess, there was this group of girls that would get together. And looking back at it now, I realized it was like a therapeutic thing for a couple of really, really shy girls.
Oh.
But and I'm not trying to brag or I'm not trying to put anybody down, but I think I was put in it as a way to draw the other girls out because I was just completely obtuse when it came to being shy when I was little. Yeah. Until my anxiety set in.
Yeah.
And then I was the one who needed the assistance. Sorry, I just dropped my mic. Maybe that's what happened. Maybe I dropped it and I accidentally.
Maybe.
Sorry, folks.
No,
I'm really bad at this.
Because you were echoey the whole time.
True.
Unless you dropped it right before we started.
Maybe. I suck. Sorry.
You're like, welcome back to my hands. Attic.
You know what else I want to do? I decided I want to become a hockey announcer. Not an announcer, but like a commentator.
I wanted to be the highlight. I wanted to edit highlights. You know when they play it on that screen?
Yeah.
I wanted to edit those videos so badly, and I wanted to record and stuff. Oh.
Yeah.
I love production.
I would also love to be one of the teams, specifically the Penguins. I would love to be the Penguins massage therapist. Hey, hit me up, guys.
Ooh.
I'm willing to travel.
Can you reach out?
Oh, it'd be so
Do
nice.
You have an Instagram account?
Sports massage is always fun. I don't get to do sports massage as much as I would like, just because of the nature of my in-office job. I do have a lot of sports people come to me before competition, mostly runners before different competitions and everything, and before and after their stuff, so I do get some. I've had a couple of bodybuilders. I've had a couple strong men. There's a very big difference.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I've had a couple of those. I've had mountain men. I've had a little bit of everybody. It's been great.
I've been seeing on TikTok, they'll have like a bodybuilder and they'll have a rock climber.
Yep.
And they'll have them do the same. And the rock climber is like always way more physically able.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's just like the active muscles are so different than your built muscles. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Technically speaking, it's a whole different kind of strength. Like, I'm pretty sure my dad, who is completely average build, could knock the absolute lights out of some of these strongmen.
Yeah. Because
of the nature of his job. I mean, he is one of the strongest guys I've ever met in my entire life. Mm. It doesn't sound like much, but he broke his ankle one time, and so he had crutches. And they were sitting up against the couch, and as he's sitting there, he takes the end of it, the end that you put on the ground, I guess, whatever.
Of the crutch?
Yeah, of the crutch. And he just, I mean, it took him effort, but he picked it up and, like, rotated the amount of leverage, dude, it was insane. I could not even get it off the ground.
Right.
Like, the other end of it, I couldn't even get off the ground because of how long and awkward it, with one hand, he just, like, picked it up and rotated. Wow. Like, the dude was insane. Like, I don't know.
That's so funny.
But yeah, so Again, not that like a crutch is super heavy, but like again because of the leverage. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I know exactly. What you mean.
Crazy. It was absolutely insane.
Have you ever seen those videos of people? They're doing like a push-up, but it's like with one hand, and there's the 3 bars.
Yeah.
That are like not attached
they have to keep
each other.
tension.
Crazy.
Yeah. I literally cannot do a single push-up.
I can't either. I can't. But you know what I could always do?
Why did you get the dog now? What is
I
this?
don't know.
You traitor!
She just sat on me.
Traitor.
She's so flimsy. Like she's like a
All
rag.
by myself.
I could never do a pull-up because we had to do like the presidential test or whatever in gym class. I could never do a pull-up, but I could hold. Like if I could get up there and hold it,
kind of thing.
What's going on?
What are you looking at now?
There's someone coming up
We're getting bombarded.
the driveway. What the?
Oh,
What's going on? I'm not answering it.
Shh.
I'm not.
Do we have Jehovah's Witnesses?
I'm not answering the door.
Are they salespeople? Because I saw them carrying something.
I'm not answering.
Maybe they're election people with everything coming up.
Maybe.
People, man. Leave me alone. I don't do people. Man, they're really out and about. There's a whole group of them. That's gotta suck, though.
Being that person?
Just going around like that because nobody
Yeah.
answers their door anymore. So
Also, isn't it like 11 on a Thursday? Is anybody home right now?
no.
Besides us.
I
Maybe
don't
they're
know.
carolers.
Okay, let's talk about that for a second because that is honestly the weirdest concept to me.
Caroling?
Caroling is so weird to me because like you just awkwardly open your door and you just stand there.
Trick-or-treating
And
is
you
pretty
just-
weird if you think about it, too.
But it's like a quick interaction, whereas caroling is like you have to get through a full song, maybe multiple songs.
I've been caroled.
Isn't it weird?
Not at my house, so I was at a Christmas party and they got caroled. And it was like people from our church, though, so it was like awkward.
But you just stand there and
'Cause I
watch
knew
them sing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird.
What if they suck?
No, they were bad.
I would just be like awkward, just like slowly close the door in their face. Me and the group of like young adults several years back, we did go caroling for some of the older people in our church. We like went to their apartments and everything and we caroled for them and they loved it. They just were overjoyed with it, in fact, and it was just awkward. It was just, at least for me, it was just very awkward because I'm just singing in your face, like, okay. Y'all haven't changed your days till Christmas. It is not 28 days till Christmas still.
It might be.
No.
Oh.
No, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure time
I think
doesn't
it's
work
like
that
12, actually. 11?
way. How's Hanukkah?
We haven't.
No?
We haven't been keeping up with it.
I have a client who celebrates Hanukkah. And I was asking her about it because I'm just very intrigued with it. And it is so fascinating, the history of it and everything.
It's cool.
I do want to look into it more. I am very, very fascinated with Hanukkah.
There's this guy on TikTok who has been posting every day, and he like doesn't have a menorah, so he's just been sticking candles in whatever he's eating for dinner that night. So it's like today's sushi or like dumplings or something, and he just like stuck the candles in there.
I don't know. I think it's really fascinating, and I would like to get into it a little bit more. I did ask her. I was like, "Well, do only Jewish people celebrate it, or can anybody celebrate it?" Because I want to celebrate it. I think it's so incredible. I don't know. I don't know. I just think it's. Let's just celebrate every day. Happy, happy, joy, joy. Every day.
Love life.
Every day. Yeah. But anywho, I have to go down for Christmas. And I don't
Yuck.
want to.
I'm going down after Christmas.
Boo.
Rip.
I spent $200 on a freaking rental car to get down there. So hopefully my tummy is making some weird noises. Sorry! Sorry.
My tummy is making some weird noises. Sorry. I turned in a paper today. It was 10 pages long. I have no idea what I wrote.
What about?
I don't know.
Like, no, I mean, like, what subject was it?
It was about that book I had to read.
Oh, that's right. Ew, boring.
I
Sometimes the
read
curtains
it.
are just blue.
What?
Sometimes the curtains are just blue.
What does that mean?
Not everything is symbolic. But then again, I've read some things
That's
that
cute.
are...
Where did that come from?
Well, isn't it like... Wasn't it like The Bluest Eye? I think it was like we were reading The Bluest Eye or something in school. And it was exactly that scene. She was going on and on about the blue curtains, trying to represent the character's sorrow and blah, 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 and depression. And it's like, nope, sometimes the person's just setting the scene. We got blue curtains. But then other times I will say things are extremely important. I will say J.K. Rowling and her Harry Potter books, if you read those, the little details in that, I will say sometimes the curtains do have a symbolic meaning.
Have you seen Don't Worry Darling yet?
No,
You have to watch it.
You know what I haven't
There's
seen?
so much symbolism in that one. Huh.
My coworker recommended that I watch the 1984 Russia versus United States hockey game Olympics. I have
Okay.
not seen that. Apparently, that's the game to watch, so I need to watch that. Have to see that.
Where do you even...
YouTube. It's like apparently like the greatest game ever. So he was like, "You haven't seen that?" And I was like, "Well, I was 11 years away from being born, so no, no, I haven't seen it."
Did you ever have to watch these like really weird, obscure movies when you were like in school?
Dude, I will never forget my teacher, my Spanish teacher, to avoid teaching because he didn't know how. He would play these really weird.
Wait, did you
Spanish
watch
movies.
Casi Casi?
I have no idea.
That's what I had to watch in Spanish class.
All I remember is that this little girl, was with her dad and maybe the girlfriend of the dad or something. And I just remember the girlfriend going into the bathroom, not closing the door, and going to the bathroom, like pulling her pants out. I'm like, why are we watching this? Like, what is happening? It was like very weird. I have no idea what we watched.
We watched Casi Casi, which was actually a really good movie. It was kind of like Diary of a Wimpy Kid-esque, like, just like high school, like, whatever.
We did start watching
good.
Selena.
The series or the movie?
The movie, I want to say.
Was it with J-Lo?
I think.
Yeah, the movie.
Yeah.
It's good. It's a good movie.
We never finished it, though, because, again, he was just, like, trying to waste time.
I can spoil it for you.
You're terrible.
It doesn't end well. That story's actually so sad. It's so sad.
That's one of my Roman empires. That, the Titanic, the Holocaust, those are a couple of the things that just... Oh, the death of Judith Barcy, also.
Who's that?
The voice of Ducky in The Land Before Time. Yep. I told you about her.
I know, that sounds familiar.
Yeah, she was brutally murdered by her father, who was a controlling narcissist and really bad, I think schizophrenia or paranoia or something or other. Yeah, killed her and her mom after controlling their lives and being emotionally manipulative and abusive, and yeah, not a good time.
Did you hear about that woman, like, the other day that pushed her son, like, she had, like, a psychotic break and pushed her son on a swing for 40 hours and he, like, died in the swing?
What?
She, like, went to the park with him and she was pushing him on the swing and she, like, I don't know what happened, but she pushed him on a swing, like, in a baby swing at the park. I think it was, like, 40 hours or maybe more.
Oh my god.
But everybody's like, how did nobody, like, notice that was happening?
Tell me again why everyone is so interested in keeping the population up. Can we not just please die out?
Yeah.
I'm done with humanity. I'm sorry.
It's so
like,
sad.
there used to be Faith in Humanity Restored. I don't know where that account went, because obviously there is no faith in humanity anymore. I'm so done. Ugh. Yeah.
I don't have any left.
No.
I think it's over.
Yeah, if we could just do each other a favor and all just stop having children, which is happening, which I'm glad. And people are like, no, please have children. We're running out. Capitalism. Shut your freaking face.
It's capitalism.
That's literally it. We are literally just money-making machines to people anymore, and I'm not having it. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's ruined. I think there's no hope.
Yeah. That's honestly one of the things I was thinking about the other day. I figured it out. I figured out why You know what? We're just going to go ahead and say it. Everybody already knows I'm a despicable human being.
Oh, God.
I'm not saying anything
so
super new or
right now.
anything. No, I figured out why I don't like to socialize. why I am so content with being by myself. And it is because socializing forces me to put on a mask
Yeah.
and talk about things that I just do not care about.
I hate small talk.
I want to have a conversation.
Yeah.
Something that blows my mind, makes me think about the world a little differently, or comes to new conclusions about something. I don't care what you're doing at work. I don't care, you know, God forbid, the weather. Oh yeah, everyone experiences the same weather, bud. I don't care. Small talk is the bane of my existence. Or I also don't like being in social situations where I am forced to interact in the way that people expect, rather than the way I am used to. I need to talk to people. Like, you and Kendra are pretty good about the fact that I go into these weird, not awkward, because I don't feel awkward about it, but pauses. Because the way I process information takes a little bit longer, because I'm analyzing everything. I'm going through it. When you're telling me a story, I'm not just listening. I'm truly picturing it in my head. And if you give me a story and then you have to backtrack a little, give extra details, I am rewinding in my head and fixing those details and adding things in. And so when you're done with your story, I'm finishing out the story in my head. Mm-hmm. I'm seeing the whole thing going on. And so I need a couple extra seconds to actually process everything, let the film play itself out in my head, then give me a few seconds to actually analyze it, come up with anything that I might want to say about it, and then say it. And there is some lag time in between that. And so I need pauses. But people find that awkward. And I can't do that in social situations. I can't have my necessary pauses. They just want flow of conversation, which always results in me not being able to analyze and actually have a conversation the way I want and in depth that's the way I want, which means no choice but to have superficial, gross conversation. And I don't like it. I don't like it. So give me my lag time. I process things differently, a little slower. I'm analyzing things. And a lot of times, it might sound like I'm not interested in something because I don't respond. Kendra was just telling me some stories about, you know, what she's doing with her work and everything. And I've never done anything. I've never experienced anything like that. So I can't relay anything in relation to that. I can simply listen. I can think about it. I can take it all in. You can vent toward me. But it's just going to be a lot of the It's not that I'm not interested. It's just that I'm processing. I have nothing to add.
Yeah.
You do you. I am so excited that you're happy about it. Bring it all on. I'm genuinely enjoying listening to you. Please don't ask me to respond, though. Because I got nothing. And you will be disappointed in anything that I say. But that's what I mean. I'm like, and that's why I don't like the chatter. Just nonsensical chatter. Because I have nothing to say. I think my cousin said it best, that he was working with somebody, I think he's a big shot lawyer or someone, just arrogant, just all about himself, self-conceited and everything. And my cousin was like, we need to put him with Danielle because she won't give him anything. He can talk and try to boast himself up. I ain't giving you nothing.
Yeah.
I'm just going to stare at you and be like, uh-huh.
Wow.
Uh-huh. I'm not going to hype you up, man. Uh-uh. You got nothing out of me. I'm like, I don't care. Oh my God. But yeah, that's it. I want to talk about something that is going to blow my mind. And really, I want to talk about the nitty-gritty details of things. I want to talk about, like, why that one shot in that one film was so freaking brilliant and blows my mind, and why the creation of something is so particular, and how something builds upon itself to become something that is monumental for people in their lives. Like, that's what I want to talk about. Not what Stacy and Tracy and Dick and Harry did at work the other day. I don't care. Yeah.
So you mean most of what I say on here?
But we have fun. But no, it's like you talk about what you're interested in, and I like that. That's fine. But again, just don't ask me to respond in possibly ways that you expect.
I was just going to tell you a story about work about this guy.
No, please do.
Like, literally, it's so stupid. But it has to do with, like, the chatter. It's just this old guy. I was cashing him out at the register. And he was like, it was a Saturday. He was decrepit. It's a Saturday. He goes,
Wait. A freaking plus use of that word. Oh, that was glorious. Decrepit. I'm in heaven. Oh my God, that was beautiful. Anyway,
it's a Saturday.
Yes. Okay.
It's a Saturday. He goes, did you have school today? And I go, no, I didn't have school today. He goes, are you in high school? I said, no, I'm in college. oh, what grade are you in? I'm a sophomore. I'm like, I'm a junior, technically. Not technically, kind of. Oh, where do you go to school? Oh, I go to Cortland. Oh, Cortland. Oh, no. What do you want to be? I'm like, I don't know. And he's like, you should be a nurse. We need more nurses. I go, yeah. And there's a guy waiting behind him. I go, yeah, that's a tough job. And he's just like not leaving. And he's like, it is a tough job, but we need more nurses. You should go work up with the babies. They got all kinds of kids. You should deliver babies. Now you stay out of trouble. You don't drink or do drugs, do ya? No, I don't. And I'm like, I had said a few times, 'cause I thought he was about to leave. I said, like, have a nice day. But then he kept, like, he stayed. So the guy behind him, like, very politely was just like, excuse me, sir, do you mind if I check out really quick? Like, he just kind of, like, gave him a little, like,
he
nudge.
saw the struggle.
He saw it. Well, then here's what happened. So the guy's like, oh, I'm sorry. I was just trying to talk to this nice young lady. And he's like, I know, but I gotta go. So then I'm cashing him out. And he's like, oh, you know, I get it. I work with mentally disabled people all the time. I get it. And then now he's talking my ear off about why he understands my struggle.
Oh my god.
So then he tells me his whole life story of how he works with these people and he gets it and how he feels bad, his grandparents and da-da-da, so he tries to be nice, but it's also you gotta draw the line, blah, blah, blah. He leaves. The guy after him starts talking my ear off, and this woman who is, like, watching the whole thing go down is like, wow, everybody wants to talk to you today. And I was like, I don't know why.
I was like, please don't be one of them.
Seriously. No, but she didn't. But he, like,
oh my God.
Just the transition of him being like, stop talking, now I'm going to talk. I was like, whoa, wait, I thought you were on my side here.
That's the thing about what I mean about people being self-aware.
Yeah.
I am so excruciating self-aware that when people aren't, it's like, how are you not self-aware enough to realize that this is a problem? Why are you not getting this? No, I actually texted Kendra last night. I was cranky. And
I love that word. I've been using that word a lot lately. I'll be like, don't talk to me, I'm cranky.
Well, my last client of the night, her appointment was supposed to end at 6:30. She got there a little bit late, so it ended up at 6:30 or 7:30. Okay, get my facts straight. Some of these are okay. Her appointment was at 5:30. She was a little bit late. The appointment ended up ending around like 5. Son of a bitch. Around 6:40 or something.
Okay.
The Pens game was supposed to start around 7. I wanted to be home. I was ready to go. I had been there all day. I wanted to go home, and she's just talking. And the biggest problem was, not that she was talking. I don't mind if you want to talk and have a conversation and everything, because a lot of my clients, we do actually end up having really good conversation. She wasn't saying anything. She said the same thing about 50 different ways. She would cycle through 3 different topics.
Yeah.
The project she had going on at work, the pain that she was in, and what she needed to do to fix the pain. And she kept cycling through those 3 things in different ways.
Yeah.
And I just kind of kept trying to nudge her. I was like, you need to do this. This is why you're in pain. Good luck with your work. Get out. That's what I wanted. But she just kept going in circles and kept reiterating. And I'm like, yeah. But let me get on with my life. Why are you doing this to me? Like, she's a grown-ass woman. And she's, like, playing with her hair and everything. And I'm like, leave my office. I can do no more for you today. You are scheduled for next week. That's all I can do for you. You cannot talk your pain away, so get out! And this problem was, like, usually it's fine. If you want to just kind of chit-chat and whatever, I can put on my customer service face and I can deal with it, but not when there's a Pens game on! I want to go home! So yeah, that was rough. But again, like, be self-aware enough to recognize when you need to go.
See, but I just don't like to talk to anybody, so I don't, like, I never have kept anybody, like, longer than they should be, because I don't like talking to people.
My rule of thumb is always try to get out, and if they keep you, you stay. But if you need to try to go. I try not to overstay my welcome and everything. Like, read the room, learn how to read a room.
Yeah.
And then do your best to leave. And if they want to keep you, or they always say blah, blah, okay, then you have the invitation to
Ugh.
stay. If you don't have the straight up invitation to stay, you can get
I
out.
would never want to stay.
Mm-mm.
That reminds me of this guy that comes into Ace like once a week, and I think he's flirting, but he's 33. But he will just like, and he comes in really early in the morning, so I don't have any escape to like another customer to check out because he's the only one in the store.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll cash him out, and then he will just like linger and try to think of things to say, and so there's long pauses in between, and he's trying to come up with more conversation, and he'll slowly get to the door, and then he'll stand in the doorway and still be talking, and he'll hold the door open for people in the doorway and stand there and still be talking, and he'll stand in the doorway and think of something else to say, and it's always the weirdest stuff.
Yeah.
And he also thought I was 17.
Ew. Ew.
But other customers have even picked up on it. Like, the woman was standing behind him one time, she's like, I'm sensing some flirting, are you guys like a thing? And I'm like, he's 33 and bald.
And thinks you're 17, which is
thinks I'm 17.
disgusting.
Well, because he, like, thought I was in high school. I don't remember, like, he brought up something about being in high school, and he's always like, oh, you know, teenage girls, you're always tired in the morning, you're always cranky, da-da. Like, he thinks he's, I don't know what he thinks.
That's really gross.
But he's so weird. I hate him.
There was a guy that I actually ended up having to hide from at work. To the point where
I've hid from this guy.
My manager was like, go in the back room and hide, watch the cameras until he leaves.
Yeah.
Not creepy. He was my age, but he worked across the mall hallway or whatever in the store across there. And he would come in just to kind of hang out and talk. He was like all of our age and everything, so it wasn't anything like that. But it was just like he wasn't getting it that I wasn't interested.
Mm-hmm.
And there was this one time I was coming to work and he was leaving, and we all park in the same area. And so I pull in and I see him walking out of the mall. So I stayed in my car and I wasn't going to get out. I wasn't going to give him the opening to talk to me or anything. And I was waiting until he would get into his car and leave. Well, I was listening to music, and it was summer. My windows were cracked. I was listening to music and he heard it. And I remember I was listening to Bob Seger, and he was behind me, so I'm looking in my rearview mirror. He's like pretending to fiddle with his key and like take time to open his door and like and he's like singing and dancing and like to my music.
I'm cringing.
And I don't know if he was genuinely trying to wait until I would get out or something, or try to maybe he was trying to show that he had the same music taste as I do. I don't know, but he was like awkwardly, you know, fumbling with his key, pretending to take time. And it was like, I'm not getting out until you're gone. I'm not. And it did get to the point where we saw him coming over, and my manager sent me to the back and was like, just watch the cameras until he leaves. And then another time I was leaving work, and he was coming out at the same time as I was, and he was walking out with me. He asked me for my number, and he almost sounded urgent at one point. And it was like, no, I like really, really need to talk to you. And me being the idiot that I am, I was like, okay, like. And I gave him my number, and he texted me.
Oh my god!
And I told him straightforward.
My body's having like a reaction.
It was bad.
I'm cringing so hard right now.
But he sounded like something was really wrong. He really needed to talk to me about something. So I was like, okay, but just know, like, I don't really use my phone. I don't text. It was back. I had a slide keyboard phone. Text messages, if they were too long, would come in all disjointed and different ordered or something. So I never used my phone. I told him I don't text. Mm-hmm. So if you need me, like, just wait until you're in person. Like, I don't text. And he texted me, and I'm thinking it's going to be something urgent, and it's just, hey. And I'm like, are you okay? Is everything okay? And he's like, yeah, I just wanted to talk. And I'm like, I straight up texted him. I was like, I told you I don't text. Yeah. Don't do that. And then another time he was walking out. Again, we were leaving work at the same time. We park at the same place. He's going out with me. And he was like, I think we need nicknames and stuff. And I'm like, nicknames usually happen organically. Like, you don't just come. He's like, well, everybody calls me, what did it? Night Eagle or something. You need to be Nighthawk. And I'm like, what the frick is happening? And I'm like, one, those aren't nicknames. Those are code names. Totally do two different things. Second of all, no idea in relation to anything at all. That's not gonna happen. So it was very awkward.
What's with people not getting the hint?
My problem is I don't understand it either. I don't understand when people are flirting with me because I'm not in that mindset or anything. So I'm just taking it as your general friendly banter.
Yeah.
And then people will walk out, whoever was apparently flirting with me. My coworkers are like, girl, what are you doing? I'm like, what do you mean? He was flirting with you. What?
That's happened to me so many times.
I'm like, nope, didn't register at all.
It's sad, but I've, like, tried to just assume that if a guy is being, like, nice, that it's because he's flirting. Which I know is not always the case, but, I mean...
It's the case enough where you have to kind of assume.
To keep my own peace, I have to assume that, yeah.
I was actually just thinking this morning about how my cousin was making fun of me. Apparently I'm only attracted to, like, aliens and stuff, and I'm like, you're not wrong. But I want, like, a platonic life partner.
A partner.
I need a platonic life partner. And someone that I do find attractive because...
A Plifner.
A Plifner. What?
Platonic life partner.
Plifner. I need a Plifner. Anyone want to volunteer?
Yo, I feel like we could, like... That's a word. I could
Plifner.
trade... What do you call it?
What?
Trademark it?
Trademark it? I mean, there's a new word added to the English dictionary every 2 hours, I think.
Wow.
So
I know LOL is in there.
Plifner's up next, folks. So if anyone wants to be my Plifner, applications are open. Please submit. But I need somebody to be able, to, like, weddings and stuff. Have, like, a wedding date, or, just somebody that I can take to the bar with me if I want to go out sometime, but have that kind of buffer if anyone wants to try something. Like, nope, I'm with him.
It's my Plifner.
That's my
Sorry.
Plifner. Sorry.
Like, oh, what?
So
that's your what?
Yeah.
What is it?
If you don't know, it's a if you know, you know.
We're gonna
kind
create
of
a
thing.
new thing. Like, you're gonna wear a ring. It's gonna be different than, like, a wedding. It's not gonna be on your left ring. It's gonna be on your right index. That means you have a Plifner. Did I say that right?
Plifner, yeah.
It means you have a Plifner. It means you're not available.
Yeah. So that needs to happen.
That'd be nice. A thing. And we can make a dating app for it.
I would also love if anybody wants to apply for that, so I can buy a house and not be on my own, because apparently that's not ever going to happen if I'm all by myself.
Don't wanna be.
My tummy's still rumbling. Anyway, I do want to be, but
I'm trying to think of a name.
I want to be.
I'm trying to think of a name for a dating app to find a Plifner.
Well, I was just thinking this morning, I was like, maybe I should get Bumble again, because there's that friend side of Bumble, but apply to the guy side of friend Bumble and explain in detail that I'm ace arrow. I'm really genuinely not looking for any kind of romantic, but if you want to be friends and have a platonic date towards all the kind of things that you need to get your family off your back or anything, I'm your gal. Please.
I feel like this is a movie. I feel like they've already done this probably, though.
But not... No, they wouldn't.
But then they end up falling in love at the end. Yeah,
and that's not the case.
Right. We need a Plifner movie.
We need an actual, genuine Plifner movie. This is ridiculous.
This is making me laugh so hard. I'm really trying to think of a clever name for a dating app for a Plifner, though.
Let's call it Plifner, and we'll explain.
Just call it Plifner?
Plifner.
But that's like having a dating app called Boyfriend. That sucks.
But it's not, because Plifner is a great word.
I guess. But you know how some apps are like light? Like Lite?
Yeah.
It was like Plif Light. I don't know.
Ew, no. That sounds weird. No, I like Plifner!
Okay, we'll just call it Plifner then.
We're trademarking that.
Find my Plifner?
Fine. Nobody can see it. My jaw just dropped. I love it!
Find my Plifner.
I love it!
Like, find my phone.
Yep. No,
and
I love
that. It'll be like a little radar with like a little alien on it. Because you want to date an alien.
That might be a little confusing.
How come? Maybe. What's the Bumble logo look like?
A bumblebee, I thought. Or like a hive. Is it hive? Like a bumblebee hive? I don't know. You know what?
Maybe it's an alien.
How does one create an app?
My cousin made an app.
We're gonna hit up your cousin.
It's really cool. They made it a long time ago, but it's like this game where there's pigs, and the phone recognizes like your hand, and you like use your phone as a trigger and you shoot the pigs.
Why would you want to shoot the pigs?
It's just a game.
No.
They're cartoons.
Shoot deer. Deer are...
I think they're like space pigs or something.
Aw.
I didn't make it. Listen, I'm just here for the
Or
Plifner.
space pigs.
Find my Plifner.
Find my Plifner.
Is that the name of this episode?
Yes! Ah! I'm glad you said it now. I don't have to think about it. Yes! I love it.
Trademark it, though. Someone's gonna take it. I feel like it's such a good idea.
Nobody's gonna take it. Considering we have...
And then there could be, like, Christian Find My Plifner.
Considering that we have 3 fans. If
Okay.
that.
Well,
You know
if this
what?
episode blew up, then
You know what? You know what it is?
We'd be in trouble.
David probably called it. He's probably our only fan. He keeps listening to it on repeat because we got like 4 listens on the last episode. It's probably just him on
What
repeat.
happened with the one before that? We have 12 listens on it.
Yeah, I don't know what happened with that.
And
We
they were,
blew
like,
up.
all in the same day. I was like, wow.
Yeah, I don't know.
God bless.
We're so popular.
No, we're not.
We got 1 play. Was it you?
No.
It's probably David. Hey, David.
I don't know why the episode was such a good episode, but the audio was so hard to listen to.
Yeah, sorry, folks. It was such a
It's
good
hilarious.
episode, too.
It was such a good episode.
It was such a good episode. I'm
sorry
sorry I
I
ruined
ruined
it.
You didn't ruin it. It's okay.
And with it being posted the wrong day, I don't know if people will find it.
It was still on Wednesday, but it was late.
Oh, was it? Nice.
Yeah, I've been thinking maybe we should try a new day of the week. A lot of podcasts post on Monday.
Yeah.
I feel like all the ones I listen to post on Monday. Basically, are post on Monday, don't they? Or they post on Friday.
They post one on Friday if you're on the what's it called? Patreon. But they post on Monday and everything else. But I feel like
Friends post on Monday.
I feel like if everybody posts on Monday, we're gonna get lost in the fray.
Lost in the sauce.
Yeah. I don't know. We've committed to Wednesdays at this point. I think we should probably stick with Wednesdays.
We stick with it.
Totally.
So I'm also wanting to like try different things and see like how that affects the analytics.
Oh, I see. All right, folks, heads up. We're probably going to be doing some
Maybe
weird
We're
things.
kind of lazy too.
Yeah, that too.
We'll see.
I was just thinking if we're going to do a double whammy next week. We already run out of things to talk about. And my stomach's really growling.
I can't even hear it.
Dude, oh my god, that's brutal.
Rubbly dumblies. We'll find a game or something. Maybe we'll do a game next week.
Yeah.
Keep
Spice
doing
it
that.
up. I'll see when Natalie is available when she gets done with school.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe she'll come back. We love Natalie.
Oh yeah, I think my mom works on the Friday right before Christmas.
Friday, right before.
Is it like the 22nd?
The 22nd?
So
What about your mom?
well, they work in the same place.
Oh, that's highly inconvenient then.
Yeah.
Because I leave the next day. Well, maybe after we all get back from Christmas because they don't go back to school until a couple days after New Year's, right? I think we could probably do one then. I don't know. This is the thing we should probably plan off of the podcast. Not on it. Because this is thrilling stuff,
You get
folks.
to
so
hear for the behind the scenes as well as the scenes.
Yeah.
As well
You
as
get it
the
all
behind
here.
the scenes.
You get it all here. Seriously, my stomach really needs
Are you
to stop.
hungry?
Yeah.
Do you want to eat?
No.
Okay.
You kind of convinced me to switch my skip days.
Apologies.
So it didn't end up working out this week because we had to switch to today. It's Thursday, not
Oh,
Wednesday.
so today's your skip day?
Today is my skip day. I've decided to start eating on Wednesdays instead. And so it kind of threw things off. And yesterday, I didn't feel like eating a whole lot, so I didn't eat a whole lot. So I should probably eat something today because... Anyway. No, so get this. I'm pamped out, dude.
What?
So you texted me last night and you were like, you're gonna just pamp out and die. Please don't do that.
Die.
But I did that on Sunday.
I
I actually did that on Sunday. TMI, folks, get over it. Period was brutal this time around, right? It hit me on it came about on Saturday, which means the next day is Sunday. Brutal. Just
Is yours
brutal.
the second day is the worst?
the day after it starts, yeah.
So the second day.
Well, it's not always the second day because it started later on Saturday, and when I woke up, it was bad. It wasn't even a full day.
The second.
It's like the first full day that it sets in.
Okay.
So it's not like the full second day. It's
The first full day.
the first full day.
Okay.
Yeah. Which happened to be on Sunday, and it was brutal. And so I literally, and I ended up not having work that day just because of the way my schedule was, and so it was beautiful. I did not get out of bed other than to take my period poops.
Listen.
Did not get out of bed.
Yeah. Okay, do you like... Okay.
And no, I'm not. No, hold on. When I said I did not get out of bed, other than to go to the bathroom, I'm actually genuinely serious. I did not get out of bed, and then anytime I would wake up, I would give myself some time because I didn't want to do it too often, obviously. But I would give myself some time. I would just like scroll on my phone or something, and as soon as the cramps started like flaring up real bad again, I'd pamp myself back out and knock myself out.
Oh my god.
So I just went through like rotations of like waking up, pamping out, waking up, pamping out.
That's kind of scary.
Literally all day on Sunday.
Do you poop a lot? When you're... Hold on. Just in general, do you poop a lot? Second question.
This is so gross.
But poop is so funny to me.
It's not a noble gathering without talking poop, so yeah. What's up?
When you're on your period, do you... Because this whole thing of like period poops. What does that mean? Because I don't think I have that.
You don't have period poop?
I can't poop.
You can't. Oh, I would rather take that than the
No,
period
it's like because it hurts. Because I get like a cramp in my butt. There's like around my freaking
the bunghole.
There's like a cramp around, not the outside, the inside.
Your colon.
Yeah. It's like there's a ring of fire around my colon.
There's a ring of fire.
And so whenever I'm trying to poop and the poop approaches the ring of fire, which is, again, internal, not external.
This is so freaking funny.
I can't. Like, it hurts too bad, and so... return to sender. What a freaking way to wrap up this episode.
Oh my god, I'm crying.
Hope y'all stayed to the end because Jesus Christ. Return to sender.
Sweet Jesus. Oh my god.
So, do you have the opposite experience?
I have the opposite experience. My period poops are saucy.
What do you mean?
No, it's just everything's more active and going and churning a little bit more.
Like,
and so it's
liquid, or you mean just more?
More, definitely more, but also actually that's not. So I'm your classic tummy issue girly.
Still laughing. Oh, you got IBS?
Yeah. And there's just I can't tell you the last time I had a normal healthy poop.
What?
Could not tell you. It's been years.
What's
and
going on?
I've tried all the different fibers. I've tried the probiotics. I've tried the different diets. My mom always says, "Oh, I need to go gluten-free." And I was like, I would rather shit myself to death than go gluten-free.
Everything has gluten in it.
Everything has gluten in it. So I'm not even bothering to try with that one. But I have tried a lot of different things to try and regulate everything. But I'm your just classic messed up tummy girl. And the period poops just happen to be a little bit extra.
So it's just more poop?
Usually it's more often, yeah. More and more often. Texture's always hit or miss. Who knows? I don't know.
Consistency
Consistency is inconsistent. But yeah.
The consistency is inconsistent.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And yeah, it's not a very fun time. I will say at one point on Sunday, when I had to force myself to wake up and go to the bathroom again, I actually cursed out loud. I was like, this is so freaking annoying. Like, I said other terms, but like, I'm so sick of this. It was ridiculous how much I had to get up.
To poop?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I think also the problem was I wasn't eating. I was taking Pamprin, and it was everything going through me.
Draining you.
Yeah, it was actually draining me. It was Drano for the system. No, the problem was I would think I'm done. I would go back to my room, lay down.
Not done.
And when I laid down, it moved everything again. I'd have to immediately get back up and go more. I'm like, son of a bitch. We need to stop. This is such a disgusting topic.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Poop happens.
Everybody poops.
Everybody poops. It's
Everybody
a book.
poops.
Every morning.
It's return to sender.
That's probably the craziest thing I've ever said.
Sweet Lord. Oh my god. What?
Every morning, at least that I'm not like getting up to actually do something, I wake up having to pee. I pee, I go back to bed, for like 5 minutes and then I have to poop.
Oh,
and then I
that's
get
so
back up.
annoying.
It's so annoying.
That's awful. Yeah.
Do you poop every morning? Or like, do you have a schedule
Yeah.
every morning?
Yeah.
Same.
Every morning, every night.
Twice a day?
Probably more often.
Whoa! What? I poop once a day.
No, like I got
In
tummy
the
issues,
morning.
man.
Crazy.
I will say I don't know what I've done differently to regulate it enough where I'm not basically shitting myself at work. That's almost happened a time or two.
Wait, remember that one day we were at school?
No.
We were gonna have like diarrhea or something. I don't remember what happened, but I remember you saying like, because you had a coffee or something.
Oh,
You're
my
like,
God.
we gotta go.
Right out. Oh my God, probably. It probably happened multiple times. No, I told you before, I had it down to a science. Because I would have early morning classes, I wouldn't have a chance to take my early morning poo at home.
I hate when that happens.
So I'd have to do it at school. I would always go to the third floor because it was the emptiest. And I would obviously wait. If anyone was in there, I would wait.
Do you never go to the single stall one?
No, I totally didn't even think about it.
It's perfect.
Yep, wish I had thought about it.
It's perfect for that.
But also my anxiety is just like, that's a teacher's one. It's not.
It's not.
It's not. But that's how it was always in like my middle school, high school. There was always the teachers' bathrooms. Yeah. And so that's kind of what my mind related it to.
I get that. I just think of it as like a family bathroom.
Yeah, and even the family bathroom, I'm like, I am a person of one. I'm not a family. I can't use the family bathroom.
You gotta bring your Plifner. Yeah, right before our final project, the storytelling one, literally right before I presented, I left the room.
Yeah.
Had diarrhea in the single stall. And I came back. And
you nailed it.
Gave the performance of a lifetime.
You really did. That was a great performance.
But I seriously got up. I don't remember who was presenting, but I got up in the middle of somebody's went, and I came back right before I had to go.
Yeah.
God bless America.
Mallory graduated, did you see?
I saw.
Congrats, Mallory.
Congrats, malaria.
Malaria.
Malorganite.
What?
Malorganite?
I never heard that one.
It's fertilizer made with human poop. I'm not kidding. What a segue. Malorganite. Look it up.
God bless.
We sell it at Ace. That's the only reason I know about it. It's human poop.
Excuse me?
It's human poop.
No.
Fertilizer.
You sell it at Ace?
I'm pretty sure at least we have t-shirts that say it on it.
I will never go in there if you sell human poop.
No, fertilizer.
No, it's poop.
It's made of human poop.
It's poop. That's gross.
So regular fertilizer's poop too.
I like the smell of cow manure.
I like it too.
Especially in conjunction with like the hay and the barn and the rest of it.
Well, I love
not just straight up cow shit, but like it has to be in the setting, in the barn with the hay and everything else.
Or like when I'm driving on the highway and I pass by like it. Yeah, I love it.
I love it. It's a good smell.
It's weird, but I do like it.
I love a good barn smell.
Yeah,
I will say that is like
why do I love it?
Earthy. We came from Earth, we shall return to Earth, and while we're here, we're going to enjoy Earth smells.
Because if it was any other animal poop, I would not love it. I feel like.
Yeah.
Because I try to tell my brain, I'm like, that's poop, you know. You're inhaling it on purpose. Like, you're really deep breathing this manure because you like it.
You're really sucking it down.
Picture, like, cow poop, and I'm like, no, but it's different. Why?
It's definitely different.
The, what's the gas that it gives off?
Methane.
The methane is so good.
So good.
I don't know why.
Have you ever seen them puncture cows to get the gas out when they're bloating?
I've seen them do it with, I think, a horse or some other. Yeah. I think it was another animal. That's weird. I don't like that.
Weird. Light it on fire and they're literally just...
That's not...
Yeah.
That's not appropriate.
Well, I mean, it's better than just letting it out. If you burn it off, it's better.
Really?
Well, methane is one of the biggest causes of global warming. Global
warmer.
Global
boiling.
No, so if you burn it off...
How can that be?
Cows
fart poop
a lot.
And fart, and that's the reason why we have global warming?
Yeah.
Something doesn't add up there because cows are natural. So why are they contributing to the end of the world?
It's because of the way...
It's because of the way we feed them?
No, it's the way we breed them.
There's too many?
Yeah. And that's why vegans are always just like, stop eating meat, because the more meat we eat,
the more we have to make.
The more we have to breed them and make more cows and everything. More cows means more methane and everything. Mic down, mic down. Wait, let me adjust everything.
Oh god,
Sure.
you made me so nervous.
Wait.
You made
I
me
done
so
screwed it up again. I'm
nervous.
so sorry, folks. But yeah, that's the whole argument. Is like eat less meat. Less meat is produced, therefore
it makes
less
sense.
cows.
Same with milk.
I, however, don't care.
I haven't eaten cow meat in almost a year.
The sooner humanity
So
comes to its
global
end,
warming
the
happens.
happier I will be.
If global warming happens, it's not my fault.
I will say, though, I am kind of sad. When I took my ecology class, I will say that was all actually very interesting. And again, capitalism is actually what's ruining the world, because there is a way to strip the carbon dioxide out of the atmosphere and store it away in ways that can actually be productive. You can strip it out of the air. It can become fuel, like liquid formed fuel. And then gas companies and everything will buy that. And then it's just kind of basically put back into the rotation of the atmosphere.
Wow.
But the point is, there are also places that can strip it and basically put it in the ground, store it away forever. And it can reduce the amount of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, which is what we need to do. And I told my ecology professor, I was like, well, the thing is, capitalism runs the world. So you have to find that balance between getting it to produce money, a money-making machine, and stripping it out to help the environment. So you have to do both. You have to strip it enough to sell and strip it enough to store away forever and get rid of. And we have to just do more of that, because the problem with it is the carbon dioxide that's in the air gets into the ocean through waves. It churns, when waves basically pick it up out of the air, churn it through, it's too much carbon dioxide in the ocean, which is killing your coral reefs and killing it's all a chain event.
It's all a chain fence.
Yeah, chain link fence.
Link fence.
It is. So you have to strip the carbon dioxide out of the air to start healing the oceans and blah, blah, blah. The whole trash nonsense and recycling is a bunch of bullshit. That's nonsense. Obviously, don't litter. Help where you can, but that's not going to be the make it or break. It's the carbon dioxide that is killing everything. Yeah. So we have to learn how to get over the fact that we have to get it out of the air. And there's ways to do it. It's just expensive. So people need to be less greedy about it, because it's easy to do. It's just expensive.
How do they do it?
There's a whole process. There's different factories, not factories, but there's like plants in different locations that it's basically you filter the air and you strip the carbon dioxide out of it, and then again they collect it, and it can be either stored or used. Everybody wants to use it for fuel, which just puts it back into the atmosphere. So I'm like, you have to do both to balance it out. But anyway, that's a whole other conversation that we can get into when I actually refresh my memory on the research of it, and I'm not just talking out my ass. But it's true. Anyway. Cow shit, eh?
And human, I guess.
It's all a bunch of horse shit. So anyway, folks, I think that's a good place to stop it.
Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on TikTok. Follow us on Twitter. Follow us on YouTube.
That we don't do anything on.
Follow
because
us.
We're lazy. And
tell your friends. We're available on all listening platforms, so there's no excuses.
And again, if you are wanting to apply for the Plifner position,
you're saying Plif. It's not Plif, it's Plifner. Wait, no, it's Plifner.
It's Plifner.
Was I saying Plif? Wait, what was I saying?
No, you were saying Plifner. You just tricked yourself right now. You just you tricked yourself.
Plifner?
Where are you getting the TH? There's no...
I don't know where I got it.
There's no TH in that entire thing. Platonic life partner.
From? Oh, you're right. You're so right. You're so smart. Thank you so much for listening.
Talk at you next week, folks.
We'll talk at you next week. Bye.
Bye.
That was fun. That was fun.